What up? What's going on? Mr. Bass live on the night before Halloween. I suspect I'll have less people on tonight because of it. I don't know for sure. It's probably a good thing I changed the show to Saturday night this week for sure. Because doing one on Sunday night on Halloween night probably would not be wise. The Little B, first one up, dude. How's it going? Hey, Fish in the Southeast, man. You won this neck gator thing, man. Do you want it or not? You didn't leave me your address if you want it. Leighton, how's it going, man? How'd the tournament go today? Yo, Chop Spirited Booster. Booster, you're not out trick-or-treating? You're not out at a trunk-or-treat party somewhere? Wild Gill 3030. Who's that? Adam, how's it going, dude? Yes, Saturday's the new day, man. And I'll pretty much stick with Saturday all through the winter, most likely. It's what I did last year. Night Fisher, thanks, dude. Appreciate it, man. Trusty old neck gator. Right on, Chops. I got the prizes out to everybody from last week's show, except for the neck gator. Fish in the Southeast didn't leave me his address. I can't believe he wouldn't want that thing, man. Oh, he's saying, yeah, sorry. He's going to email me. Cool. Right on. Matthew in the house. Jan. Hey, Jan, I asked Steve to check with Vic over at Florida Tackle Club and ask him what's going on with the what happened with the saltwater box thing. I think he's going to check on that for you. What up, David? How's it going, Frank? How's everybody doing? Anybody do any fishing today? Normally I fish Saturdays, but I did not today because I had a lot of stuff I needed to do around the house. I should have because I got a long way to get to my 1,000 fish goal. Grandpa Woody fishing. How's it going, dude? Chops got skunked. My buddy Jim fished a tournament today. And my buddy Joe fished a tournament today. And I didn't have much luck. My buddy Joe Lee fished the Toyota Series Championship at Pickwick, and he didn't have a very good tournament either. Leighton had 27 boats, cold start, but turned into a good day. Hey, Leighton, how much weight won it? How much weight did it take to win? Fishing the Southeast, been fishing a lot. So I'm at 766 for the year. I've got quite a ways to go. $766. Patrick slayed him in the rain. I like fishing in the rain, man. As long as there's no lightning. Chops in his 3-year-old, getting his 3-year-old out fishing. Pop-Tart in the house. Michael Stake did not do any fishing. Oh, John Fish in the house. Wild Gill had to work to save up the Karl deals coming. You're right, dude. If you do not know, I mentioned this on my last live stream, but starting tomorrow's October, starting Monday, Karl's Club starts their 9 weeks of Fishmas, and you can get up to 60% off at Karl's Club on a ton of their lures starting Monday. That's right, 60% off. And if you want to subscribe to a mystery tackle box, which I have one here somewhere, I think I got one under here. If you do it starting Monday, you get 20% off mystery tackle box. So it's the very best deals of the year for the Christmas season. Dude, Karl's Club's a great deal anyway. If you sign up for Karl's Club, you get 30% off anyway. But during the Black Friday season, which starts Monday, 60% off. Crazy. Matthew did not go fishing today? What's wrong, Matthew? He's at 255 bass so far this year. Nice. What up, Ron? How you doing, man? Yeah, next year I am not going to set 1,000 fish goal because I want to fish for bigger fish. I want to fish more swim baits and chase big fish. And that's been my handicap. I've told you guys before. What up, Gramps? Yeah. I don't blame you, man. I buy as much stuff as I can at Karl's with 30% off, and I'm about to switch. Look out, because come Monday at 60% off. But this 1,000 fish goal has been really fun. But it's weird. I've talked about this before. It's weird, my mindset. When I go out fishing now, it's all about, man, I got to catch 1,000 fish. I got to catch 1,000 fish. I got to catch 1,000 fish. And if I really want to throw a swim bait or a rat or something like that, I think to myself, man, I might only get 1 or 2 bites today. I can't afford that. I got to have a lot of bites. So next year, I'm fishing for quality, not quantity. But this year, it's all about quantity. Because I really wanted to hit that 1,000 fish. I'm still going to try to hit it. I got 2 months to go. It might still happen. I got to be optimistic. $10-4 from Chicago. How's it going, dude? Fish in the Southeast. I'm in electrical contracting. I wonder if Steve's going to get on here. Steve just got him. You reminded me, Michael. Steve just got him a little pond hopper boat. And maybe Wednesday night on our show, he'll tell us about it. But that's going to be fun. All right, for our spin to win tonight, Champions Club. You can win the Champions Club box. If you land on that, let me show you what is in this month's Champions Club box. In case you forgot, this is the Champions Club. It was a pretty good box this month. If you guys watch the unboxing, you'll remember when I start showing you the lures. The BD Sculpo XO Rattling Deep Dive and Crankbait. That's one of my favorite crankbait colors. Blueback. Citrus shad, basically. So it's got a deep diver. It's got one of my favorite jerk baits of all time, the Lucky Craft Pointer 100. And this is an excellent color, Ghost Blue Shad. It's got another excellent lure, the Yozuri 3DB Shad SP. This is kind of a good color too. It's called Prism Gold Black. It's also got a KVD 1.0 square bill in here. Sexy shad color. This is a color KVD himself throws quite a bit, actually. Sexy shad. It's got this mustad underspin, which is perfect as the water starts to cool down. I like that. 1/4 ounce. It's got Charlie's Worms in Midnight Dream. I might take one of these Midnight Dream worms out. I have not seen this color before. It says new on the package. Maybe that's a new black and blue color. It's got a lot of sparkle in there. Midnight Dream. That's not all that's in this box. Yeah, this is a sample pack, South Fish in the Southeast. There's only 5 of them in here. Don't get me started on the sample packs. It's got Michael Neal. Oh, yeah. Bass Pro Tour Stage 7 champion at Lake St. Clair. And don't forget, it's also got Barbasol Classic Shaving Cream to top out the perfect tackle box. All this can be yours tonight if you land on the Champions Club slice on the wheel, on the spin to win wheel. All right. If you've never played the spin to win, if you land on 1, you'll win 1 prize. If you land on 2, you win 2 prizes. If you land on Mr. Bass logo, which is jackpot, you win 3 prizes. We had several jackpot prize winners last week. If you land on the angel, you win. The guardian angel. You win, plus you get to pick someone in the comments to win a prize as well. If you land on the X, the brutal, hard, cold truth at Mr. Bass Live is life is not fair. You get nothing. Just like fishing, sometimes that's what happens. If you land on KVD, the greatest fisherman of all time, you win a prize out of the KVD crate. And that wraps up the prize wheel for Spin to Win. It should be fun. All right, a couple other things we're going to talk about tonight. I had a couple of guys ask me some questions, so one of the things I thought I would show you guys are based on some questions guys asked me. One of my subscribers wanted to know, I'll get my seat situated here, wanted to know what kind of treble hooks I like to use. I'd like to see in the chat comments there what kind of trebles you like to use. I have 3 favorites. I use more than this, but I have 3 favorite brands. This is my favorite right here. The Mustad Triple Grip Treble. See right down there? Mustad Triple Grip. This is a short shank treble hook. I like these a lot. Here's a size 4. Here's a size 6. I got them in every single size, and I use these a lot. I think they're great. and I use them a lot. So this would be my preferred hook. However, there are some times when you need a little lighter wire hook than those. And so I like these Gamakatsu G finesse hooks for when I need a light wire. These things really are pretty strong. They're also a short shank treble. Like I said, I prefer a short shank. I do use regular shank. If you don't know what the shank is, I mean, that's the length of the piece that you tie on is the shank of the hook. These are nice though. I've got several sizes that I use these in. On my big swim baits, I saw some guys saying owner. I do use owner hooks for my big swim baits. For my jerk baits, this is the hook I like to use. The Gamakatsu Treble EWG Short Shank Magic Eye. Could they have given that name could they made that name any longer? That's my go-to jerk bait hook, and size 6 is usually the size. Like size 6 is what I use on all of my Megabass Vision 110s. This is the hook I put on. What up, Backlasher? I've never tried the nano trebles. I have tried VMC. I have some VMC trebles. I've tried a lot of trebles out there, and I know there's a bunch of good ones out there. But those are kind of my 3 main trebles that I use. So just wanted to answer that question. Somebody asked me the question, and I thought on the comments and stuff, I thought, well, I could type it in there, but it makes it so much easier if I can just show it to you, and then you kind of got an idea. Yeah, Backlasher. Well, Backlasher's saying, let me put his comment up here. He says, crazy that you have to change hooks on a Megabass since they're so expensive. He's right. A Megabass jerkbait is $25, something like this. But let me show you. I do not like the hooks on that. Now, some guys really like these a lot, but I don't like them. One, they're shaped weird, and for me, they bend out easy. And I've even broken them. I've broken them more than you would believe. But they also have these, if you can see here, if you look real close on this hook, you can see that the barbs are on the outside of these hooks. I have never liked that. Some guys love that. I don't know. Does anybody know what's the reason for the backward barbs? Anybody know? I got no idea why they do that. But maybe somebody knows here. Yeah, they're not bent out, Backlasher. That's the way they look, but I've just never had luck with these hooks, so I toss them. No, Michael, I don't change the split rings. I do have oval split rings that I use on occasion for line ties, but I'm fine with the split rings. I don't have any problem. Okay, Matthew says those out barbs require less force. Less force what? To penetrate through the fish's mouth? Yeah, I agree with you, Gramps. A barb on the outside of the hook is going to get caught on your clothes and hook you much easier too, I believe. I just don't like them. I was going to see what they call them on here. So they have a special name for them. See if I can see on here if it says. I don't see. Anyway, I guess if you think about pulling a hook out, you're going to twist towards the outside. So maybe it pins them better. I got no idea, man. You might be right. Illuminathan says the out barbs are for when the bass are just slapping at it and not eating it. Okay. Just slapping at it. All right. I don't know why that would matter. Maybe I don't get that. Yeah, I think I like Adam's response. that makes about as much sense to me as any other answer, to tell you the truth. Okay. So Matthew's our resident swim bait expert. He says DRT explained it in one of their videos. It's for better penetration and takes less force to make the hook go through the bass's mouth, not for short strikes, and longer shank hook and round bend would be. All right, sounds good to me. You convinced me, Matthew. Darius, so they can charge you more money for it. Well, maybe that too. I do not know. Yeah, that's kind of why I was kind of looking a little like, I'm trying to figure this out, because the hook, the point of the hook is what catches the fish. The barb keeps the hook from coming out of its mouth. So yeah, Adam, you might be right. Frog fur. Hagwa, same cross sectional, are for penetration. Yeah, in any case, I replaced those hooks. And I'll tell you, these Gamakatsu hooks, they're the real deal, man. They're super strong. Let's see if I can get it to zoom in here. They're super strong for their size. They penetrate really well, and they're just perfect for Megabass 110 jerkbaits. Let's see here. M Megabass out barb treble hooks and manufactured. All right, he's got manufactured to the highest standards and feature a sticky, sharp design specifically engineered for finicky strikes. Okay, now let me tell you why this doesn't make sense. Because Megabass is so expensive and so amazing, they don't need anything special to attract finicky bass. They're going to attract them no matter what, because they're just so awesome. All right, maybe I'm a little sarcastic there. Maybe a little sarcastic. They are still my favorite jerkbait. I think they're awesome. I'm totally sold on them. I love them. They're not the only jerkbait I throw. But, Mr. Bass, have you tried the Hog Farmer Baits Spunk Shad Swim Bait? No. In fact, fishing the Southeast, I don't want to misspeak here. I don't think I've ever thrown a Hog Farmer bait ever of any kind. of any kind. I don't think I've ever thrown one. I do know who they are. I have seen a lot of their posts and a lot of their lures, and I think they got some cool stuff. But no, I have never tried it. Tell us more about Karl's 60% off. Okay. What can I tell you? I've actually got a flyer here on it. All right. Starting November 1st through November 29th, Mystery Tackle Box subscriptions are 20% off. Okay. For the same dates. Let me find the Karl's Club 60% off. Karl's Bait and Tackle will have plenty of gift items, lures, baits, etc. on sale up to 60% off. The items also include tackle bundles, apparel, select gear, and more. Check out Karl's all season long for great deals. So that's through the whole season. What all they're going to put on 60% off, I do not know. Other than that, man, trying to see if they say anything more about it. Now, back to the Mystery Tackle Box subscription, though. 20% off is the best deal you're going to get all year. And you've pretty much got the whole month of November to do that if you want to do it. Come December, it's going to drop down to 15% off. So, and then after that, the only way you can get a deal on it is you can use my code and get your first box for like $10. My code's Mr. Bass. You can use my code Mr. Bass for that. That is all I know about the Karl 60% off. If they send me more info on it, I will definitely let you know. Here's another thing if you're not a Karl subscriber, though. Even if you want something on the site that's not 60% off, you're going to get 30% off on practically every single thing. All the time. All day, every day. They also do tackle insurance now. Have any of you guys tried that yet? That was something I thought. Frog fur when I first saw it as well. But then I started reading it. You buy anything at Karl's Club, you lose it, it breaks, anything happens to it, you get 4 free replacements per year. So they'll give you 4 free baits. They'll replace 4. Well, geez Louise, how many baits in a season do I break off and lose? I could easily use that. Those 4 free baits without question. Michael McFarland, no. I am almost positive that your current subscription does not cost less. This is a deal for new subscribers. We're trying to get new subscribers. Sorry, man. Mr. Bass, I've used a couple of times for jackhammers. Yeah, jackhammer, you're a smart dude. Fishing with Gramps. A jackhammer's pricey. And I'm sure you get a really good deal. Let's go. I'm going to go on there while I want to know, what does a jackhammer cost on Karl's Club? Compared to anywhere else. Jackhammer. Okay. Normally a jackhammer is $15.99. Karl's Club price $12.79. So $12.79 is still pricey. That's cheap for a jackhammer, though. You could buy 4 of those, lose them or break them during the year, and you get 4 free. They'll replace them. I don't know how long they're going to keep that insurance thing going, but that, I don't think there's another tackle retailer anywhere that does that. I've never heard of that anywhere else. Yeah, there's definitely good places to buy. How many of you guys buy most of your tackle online? I definitely do. I got a local tackle shop here. I got two of them, Rogers Sporting Goods and Burton's Tackle. Burton's Tackle got bought out, and it's gotten way better with the new owner. Man, he's got swim baits in there. He's got all kinds of cool stuff in there. I try to help those local guys out as much as I can. Okay, Grandpa Woody's asking me a good question here. What do I think of the dog rig? What's the dog rig, you may say? The Inu rig or Inu rig. It's the newest, hottest, latest, greatest, craziest rig out there. Fishing with Gramps did a video on it if you want to go see it. I haven't done one on it yet. I probably will eventually just because everybody's doing it. Basically, all the Inu rig is, Inu means dog. That's why I said dog rig, because I don't know. In America, we ought to call it the dog rig. That's a lot easier to say. But in any case, all it is you put like 3 plastic tubes, like a coffee stirrer straw, in the worm in 3 different places. You run a line through there. You put a hook up on the head, and you put, and then when you pull it, it makes the worm move in the water. I'm sure it looks really cool, but I kind of agree with Pop-Tart. Dang, it's a lot of work. So what I would probably do, well, this is what you got to do. You got to pre-rig a bunch of the dog rig. You got to do it ahead of time. And that way, I'm sure it's not going to take a ton of time, but it's just a lot of trouble. So I think it's great and it's amazing. But here's what you got to remember about a lot of new techniques from Japan. The worst thing that affects fishing, or one of the very worst things that affects fishing and makes fishing difficult, ask any pro out there, they will tell you fishing pressure is probably the worst thing going in a lot of public lakes. What is fishing pressure? It just means the more fishermen you have in a body of water, the more a fish sees a lure, they get used to the lure and they will quit biting it, or a lot fewer bass will hit it. That's fishing pressure. Well, you go to a public lake in America, like go down to Lake Guntersville, a lot of pressure down there. Do the bass still hit baits? Yeah, they will. But fishing pressure is brutal on a lot of popular lakes. Well, if you go to Japan, from what I've heard, it's like 100 times worse in Japan than it is here. It's really, really bad. Fishing pressure in Japan is super, super bad. So they're constantly experimenting with new techniques. And if you look, I don't know what the percentage is, but I will go out on a limb and say, I'll bet you 90% of all the new techniques that come out of Japan are what I would call finesse techniques. The drop shot, the Nico rig, the wacky rig, the dog rig now. Super finessey presentations. And what does a super finessey presentation do? It's going to be very effective on highly pressured fish. So that's why everybody's going crazy about it. Well, where I fish, we got pressure, sure. But we don't have so much crazy pressure that I need to start throwing the dog rig. I still got the Nico rig. I still got the wacky rig. I still got the Ned rig. I still got the shaky head. I got all kinds of finesse techniques. I do not need a rig that I got to put 3 coffee stirrers in, thread line through it, tie a uh, tie a split ring on, mount my hook on the outside, work it so that it makes the worm go work all squiggly underwater. Yeah, the flick shake as well, Illuminathan. You're right. So here's my dog rig plan. When I get out on the water, first I'm going to try the baits I love. I'm going to throw the chatterbait. I'm going to throw the spinner bait. I'm going to throw the crankbait. I'm going to fish a jig. I'm going to fish a swim jig. I'm going to throw all my baits. If nothing's biting, I'm going to break out a shaky head. I'm going to break out a drop shot. I'm going to break out a Ned rig. I'm going to break out a Nico rig. If none of that works, then I'm going to get my phone out and I'm going to watch Fishing with Gramps video on the dog rig, and I'm going to make me a dog rig. That is when I'm going to fish the dog rig. Not until. Now, because I'm a YouTuber, I probably will go ahead and do it anyway. So I can make a video and show guys how it works because people want to know. But to me, I don't care about the dog rig. I don't care about the Inu rig, really. Now, I could eat my words. You guys may all come back and say, holy crap, Mr. Bass, the dog rig is the best thing on the planet. It's better than any rig ever invented. Excuse me. You have got to fish the dog rig. Okay, and then maybe I will go do that. So, hey, Fishing with Gramps says that's exactly what he did. Lifesaver, apparently. So, pretty cool. I'm definitely not criticizing the dog rig. I'm not saying it's a bad rig at all. I'm just saying, yeah, great. We got another rig. We got another rig. The man Springer worm. Yeah, you're kind of right, Adam. Everybody went crazy over the Ned rig, and I got to admit, I kind of felt the same way about the Ned rig when it came out. Yeah, okay, cool. The Ned rig has changed my mind, though. It's become one of my more dominant, one of my more frequently used. In fact, a lot of ways I've replaced the shaky head with the Ned rig. A lot of times I throw the Ned rig where I would have been throwing a shaky head. But the dog rig to me seems like too much trouble. If you pre-rig it, like I said, ahead of time, it's probably fine. And just like Gramps, I'm probably going to go out, fish it, make some videos, and do that kind of stuff for the channel. I can't see myself fishing the dog rig a lot, but I may change my mind. Booster, the dog rig is the new Inu rig. INU rig. You had to have seen something about that out there. I'm calling it the dog rig because that's a lot easier for me to pronounce. And that's what Inu means, dog, apparently in Japan. The dog rig. If plastic makers left holes in the worms, think you'd buy a pack. Well, Adam, that's going to be the next thing. I guarantee you, if the dog rig continues to be hot like this, the next thing you'll be seeing is pre-packaged worms with the holes already in them. And yeah, you know me, I'd buy it. Oh, Gramps is going to get in the old strip pit. Nice. Yeah, booster. This is the funny thing. A lot of times we say brand new rig from Japan. It may not necessarily be brand new. It's possible somebody was already throwing it years ago. I never threw anything like that, though, in the past. But I've already seen comments from a few guys that say, yeah, we already fished something like that in the past. I do like to see the new techniques that come out of Japan, though, because they're almost always finesse techniques. And they're the type techniques that will help you catch fish when the pressure's really on. Okay, why don't we do a question so we can do us get to spinning for some prizes here. All right, first question of the night. I just did a video about a backpack that Adam loaned me. What is the backpack called? Watch Adam win this. He may not, though. He may not be as fast as somebody on the... What is the backpack called that I just did a video on? Pop-Tart. I'll give it to you. It is called, Fish in the Southeast got the exact gravy freight train. Thanks, buddy. It is called the Samurai Tactical Fish Sawara. But as long as you said Samurai, I would give it to you. You were the first one to do that. Pop-Tart. Pop-Tart knows about winning. They win on a regular basis. Thanks, Gravy Freight, for the super chat. Always appreciate a super chat donation, which I use to buy more tackle to throw in the buckets. Pop-Tart, I'm going to get your ticket here. Pop-Tart, Cake Pop, for the reel giveaway. If you are new to the channel, we're giving away a reel. C Big Hill donated this to the channel. It is the 13 Fishing Inception Sport Z right-handed reel, 7:3-to-1 gear ratio. Pretty sick looking reel. Check that out. Focus. There we go. The Inception Z from 13 Fishing, we are going to give away when I hit a certain number of subscribers. I don't know what that number is going to be yet. It's not going to be 5,000 because I'm almost at 5. Might be 6, might be 7, might be 8. We shall see. So, you want to win the reel? How do you win the reel? All you got to do is answer a question on the Spin to Win giveaway. When you answer a question correctly, you get to spin behind me, but you also get a blue ticket like this with your name on it. And I put it in my tumbler, and you have a chance with the drawing. So, Fishing with Gramps 7,500 is a good milestone. I like it. I'm going to take your advice, Fishing with Gramps. When I hit 7,500 subs, we'll give the reel away. How about that? Booster had a Plymouth Duster, that same color. How many of you guys know what a Plymouth Duster is? There is not even a Plymouth anymore. They got rid of the whole frigging company. I remember what a Duster was. All right. Let's spin to win. Pop-Tart. See what you will win, if anything. You could hit A red X. Oh, man. I picked it, dude. Sorry, but you still have a chance to win the reel. I'm going to put it in the tumbler right now. It's just like a bad day of fishing. Those fish just say, too bad. Don't care that you landed on the red X. Don't care that life is hard. Brutal. Sometimes life is so cruel. And sometimes Mr. Bass show is as well. Although I don't think we had a single strike last week, did we? We had multiple jackpots. We had several guys winning 2 baits. We had somebody win something out of the KVD crate. Last week was off the charts. Sorry, Pop-Tart. Keep watching, buddy. He's a good dude, and he has won a lot on this show, so he's probably not too upset. The AMC Javelin was the poor man's charger. Hey, when I was in high school, I think I was a junior in high school, I had an AMC Hornet. It was a beautiful turd-colored brown car. 4-door. The AMC Hornet. How many of you know what an AMC Hornet is? I'm going to go online here and see if I can find a picture of an AMC Hornet. Oh, here it is. Wikipedia. Let's see. Let's see if I can pull this picture up. Dude, this thing was beautiful. I mean, you want to talk about envy. There were so many people jealous of me in high school because I drove the AMC Hornet. It's kind of like driving a Corvette. I mean, so many people were jealous of me. Prepare yourself for this car. Bam! The AMC Hornet. Now, I did not have the wagon version like this. I mean, the wagon version is way more sophisticated than my ride. I had a sedan with a trunk. But you gotta admit, man, the AMC Hornet, it was the bomb. It was the bomb. That's the color I had right there. I can't believe it. The color of the Hornet I drove was actually on Wikipedia. Almost as cool as a Duster. Exactly, Booster. Very, very. I know you guys are probably jealous that you never had a chance to drive around in an AMC Hornet. I can't help you with that, man. Some people, extra privilege. Born with a silver spoon in their mouth. That's me. That's me, man. But yeah, it kind of looks more orange here. For the way I remember it, that was a long time ago anyway, but the way I remember it, it was brown. It looked more brown than orange. This is about what it looked like, though. They might have a brown color. Maybe this is slightly off from what I had. Yeah, Jan, the Gremlin's pretty cool, but I wasn't cool enough to have a Gremlin, man. But the Hornet, Illuminathan, no, they did not call me Mr. Bass in high school. Yeah, the Pacer too, man. I remember the Pacer. Needless to say, for some bizarre reason, the AMC Car Corporation went out of business. AMC stood for American Motors Corporation, if I remember right. Pretty patriotic name, really. The American Motors Corporation, 1970 to 1977 is when the Hornet was made. Only from 1970 to 1977. So super limited edition. I'm sure it's incredibly valuable now. Probably need $1 million or more to buy that thing today. Pretty amazing. All right. Yeah. How about that, dude? Hey, see Big Hill. You are not going to believe this. I can't believe you brought that up, but I have also owned a Chevy Monte Carlo. And I do have to admit, the Monte Carlo was way better than a Hornet. The Hornet was actually my dad's car. I just was allowed to drive it. That's what I drove. But the Monte Carlo, I actually bought a Monte Carlo after we were married for 500 big ones. It was a real beaut. It was a real beauty. Had a big old V8 in it. I don't remember what size because I'm not a huge motor head. But yep, I had a Monte Carlo. Leighton got us all beat. 1979 four-door Olds Cutlass. That's a pretty sweet ride. Definitely a pretty sweet ride. Yeah, I don't know if Chevy still makes the Monte Carlo, but they made a new version of it a few years ago. Looks nothing like the original Monte Carlo. I don't know if they still make that or not. That newer Monte Carlo they made was much better car, though, to tell you the truth. All right, let's do another question here. Another spin to win question. All right. I got a new kayak, and I was telling you guys about it. What is the name of the kayak? Not the manufacturer. You can tell me the name of the manufacturer if you want in your answer, but you will not win by giving me the name of the manufacturer. What's the kayak? What is the name of the kayak that my new kayak I was just telling you guys about? What's the name of it? Matthew wins again. Let's make sure nobody beat you, Matthew, but I think you got him beat. Somebody said a Pro Angler. I used to have a Pro Angler. It's an excellent boat for sure. Then someone said a Hobie Tamarack. Nope. Jan said it's an animal name, and he's right about that. But it is the Hobie Lynx. Adam, the Aardvark. The Hobie Aardvark. Now that's what they ought to do. They ought to come out with the Hobie Aardvark. Absolutely. I think you're onto something there, man. The Hobie Aardvark. Hopefully there's someone from Hobie watching the live stream and they've just had an epiphany like angels. Absolutely amazing. The Hobie Aardvark. That would probably turn out to be a killer kayak. Get your fish on. Yes, you won, but you have to be present to win. So unfortunately, you get no prize. But thanks for hopping on, man. Appreciate it. All right. I need to get a ticket for Matthew while we're talking here. Got to have Matthew back on because I told you guys he's been getting a ton of new swim baits We need to check out all those new swim baits he's been getting. All right, Matthew, here's your ticket for the reel. I don't know why. There it goes. It's not wanting to focus the way it should. I'll put that in the tumbler. How about that? Get your fish on. Slaughtered them. Did you take a video, Steve? So we can see it? All right. Matthew is a winner. Mr. Bass, did you see that Steve got more fish than you did this entire year last night? Yeah. Is that crap? That's just not right. Uh, 47 minutes of nonstop fish catching. Well, here's the question. Were you throwing the new Inu rig, the new dog rig, Steve? Is that how you were catching them? Oh, yeah, that'll be cool, Matthew. Get a couple of bait makers on, interview them. He caught 27 fish in 47 minutes. That's about one every other minute. A little faster than that. Pretty crazy. Yeah, those rubber boots that Steve wears, definitely lucky. I think those boots are what did it. The 6 cents flush. He was using minnows. Would not surprise me if Steve was using minnows and telling us he was using 6 cents flush. 47 hooks at the same time. Mike Dove, Thunderhawk Lures. We'll definitely have you on the show, man. Let's see here. All right. Has Matthew said what he wants? Hard bait, soft bait, miscellaneous. I haven't seen a response from him. Nothing says sexy fisherman Halloween costume like Steve's boots. Yeah, you're right. Now, here's what makes Steve's boots so good. The shorts. You have to combine the shorts with the boots. If you wear regular pants or jeans or something like that, you blow the whole effect. So be sure, Steve, that when you wear those boots, you stick with the short look, the shorts, because that's the winning look. All right, Matthew wants a hard bait. Okay, a hard bait it is. How about this lure, the Lucky Craft Yawara? This is one of C Big Hill's donated lures. The Yawara jerkbait. Golden green is the color. Yeah. All right, Matthew, congratulations. All right. I'm getting text messages. I need to make sure. If it's Japanese, Matthew's happy. You're right about that, Booster. How long is that? Are you asking how long is the crankbait or how long is the jerkbait? It's a pretty long one. I wonder if it tells me here. It's 16 grams and everything else is in Japanese. In fact, for those of you who can read Japanese, I'll just put this up here and then you can read it and tell me Tell me all the particulars on this thing. Natural swimming in action. Yawara saltwater minnow. Blah, 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 blah. Everyone hit the thumbs up, please. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate that. Wow, 14 pounds, Leighton, huh? My buddy Joe, he had a tough day out there, man. He said he caught 6 shorts, a bunch of whites. No luck on the keepers, though. All right, Booster says 125 millimeters. I'm gonna go with that. That kind of makes sense. The 125 FW ESG. I still don't see millimeter on here, but I'll take your word for it. It is 125 millimeters. Google Translate. Yeah, that's what I need to do, I guess. Yeah. All right. Let's do another question here. Let's do a name that lure. Name that lure. All right. This one here, Matthew probably would know the answer to this, but he's already won, and that's one of the rules. You can only win once per night. So Matthew cannot guess this, but this is name that lure. Tell me what the name of this lure is. If you get it correctly, you get to spin to win. Here we go. Check that out. What could this be? Swim bait. Got to get a little more specific than that, Booster. Illuminathan, you got it. John, you are so close. It's not the sweet killer. It's the silent killer. Depths, silent killer, 115. This color is Hasu. What do you think of it? I got another one here too. This color is a little more natural. It's called Yamame. Kind of like edamame. I'm curious, has anyone thrown the silent killer yet? Because I have never thrown it. I was like, I got to try these. These are small. You may ask yourself, is that a big swim bait? You can kind of tell in my hand how small it is. But let me show you compared to a Depths 250. This is a Depths swim bait as well. Here's the Depths 250. Get in front of the camera. And here is the 115 Silent Killer. So you can see much different here. Let's go this way. Much smaller. It's like the baby Depths 250. Anybody fished with this thing yet? John Smith, I'm trying to get my hands on the 115 slide swimmer. Basically the same without the lip, right? Yeah, it's pretty much this. No lip. Okay, Joy. I want to give you a warning. Do not go down this road unless you're willing to get addicted and to waste a lot of money or spend a lot of money. This is a good example right here. See that? See Illuminathan's comment? No joke. That's what this cost. So, Joy, when you say, I'm new to swim baits, not sure I want to venture in, convince me. This may not convince you. It is frigging expensive to get into swim bait fishing. Now there is there are some, and when you say swim baits, you know, there's lots of like soft plastic swim baits. If you're not fishing any of those, you should start with that. Go get you some Kitex, some fat swing impacts, whatever they're called. Put it on a ball head, go fishing. That's totally different than this, though. This kind of swim bait is a totally different world, and it costs lots of money. There are some cheap alternatives. Booster is recommending the Academy H2 4-inch swim bait for about $5. Maybe that's a good one to start out with. I think if you're only going to start with one swim bait, like a hard swim bait, you should go with the River to Sea S-Waver. It's less than $20. It's a proven fish catcher. You won't feel bad if you lose it. And it's a great starter bait. And not only is it great because it's cheap, it's very good quality. And like I said, it has caught thousands and thousands and thousands of fish. I might have one hanging up here. I did it a while back. Yeah, here's one. This is the River to Sea S-Waver. And this is the 200. They also make a 168, which 168 millimeters. It's shorter. This is 200 millimeters. This is all you need to get started. The S-Waver. They come in a ton of different colors. Just pick your favorite color. Get out there and go throw it. Now, I wish I knew off the top of my head how much this weighs. This is not super heavy. But the problem with something like this is not only is it really pricey, you got to have a super big, heavy, stout rod and a big reel, and you got to you got to buy a ton of equipment just to be able to throw it. This you could probably throw on like your heavy flipping rod, your heavy frog rod. This would be stretching it, but you probably could, depending upon your rod. So that's another reason to think about something like this. If you're just getting into it, don't buy something so heavy that you got to go out and buy a new rod, a new reel, and all that. That color, James Barron, is a gill color. I forget what they call that. It's one of their gill colors, though, I'm pretty sure. Somebody that is really into S-Wavers might be able to tell us in the comments what color that is. I'm pretty sure it's one of their bluegill colors. All right. We didn't spend for the silent killer. Who got that right? Was it Illuminathan that got the I can't remember who got the silent killer right. It's a deep, dark rabbit hole. What are you talking about, John? Are you talking about swim baits? Okay, so it was Illuminathan, John, that got this right, the silent killer. All right. Okay. Illuminathan, here's your ticket. I'll put that in the tumbler. And then we will spin to win. All right. Guy Fan Kim says, I think it's the ghost bluegill. The regular bluegill does not have a transparent belly. It's a nice color, whichever one it is. Red X. Can you believe this? 2 strikes in the same night. Okay, one thing I forgot to tell some of you guys who might be new. Illuminathan does not get a prize, but he can try to win again. 2 strikeouts in one night. Now, I'm trying to think what the record is. 2 might be the record. We've never had more than, maybe we've had 3. I'm kind of surprised that we've had 2 strikeouts this quickly. In any case, we got to do another question because we got to have a winner. We got to have a winner. All right, so, all right. Okay, this week, this week I did an unboxing of a box that cost $100. What was the name of that box? I did an unboxing of a $100 box. What is that box called? Jan. I think you got it, Jan. All the answers are flying. Oh, wait, no. Jan, you did not get it. John threw me off because he's throwing all this Karl's FTC. It's not a Karl's or Florida Tackle Claw. Oh, I know what he's doing. He's just throwing the name of every box video I did this week. That's kind of a smart strategy because he got Bento, right? Man, Jan, he just beat you. In fact, I don't think you guys can see the time. Can you guys see timestamps on the comments like I can? John literally got it in the same exact 100th of a second that Jan did. We're all winners. I mean, as far as the Olympics go, you know, they go into hundredths of a second. You guys were that close. Amazing. Yeah. Illuminathan, the bent over box, $100. You might be right. Hey, Booster's speaking Japanese now, man. Think how educational this program is. I can just about guarantee you that before Booster got on the show, he could not speak Japanese. And after our Japanese lesson, he's already speaking Japanese. The problem is I don't know Japanese, so I don't know if his answer's correct. But dude, Frisch and Preacher's in the house. How's it going, man? Yeah, see, my timestamp, I guess because it's my program, my timestamp doesn't just show to the minute. It shows to the second and to the 100th of a second. So when you guys start griping and saying, I got it first, I assure you, I know if you got it first or not, down to the 100th second. That's why I say Mr. Bass controls the prizes. All right. Oh, Simon's here. How's it going, buddy? See ya, Gifan Kim. Have a good one. I'm doing good, Fishing Preacher. Glad you could join us. All right, so John Smith is the winner. Let's spin for John. Man, Steve, you're so right. Mr. Bass controls the world. This is why he and I are friends. He understands things in the world. All right, we got a winner. Oh man. John is one of our Canadian players, and unfortunately, the Canadian postal system penalizes him because I used to send prizes to them, but it was costing me a fortune. So if you're a Canadian viewer, you can still win a prize, but unfortunately, all you get is a gift card, electronic. I send you an electronic gift card through the mail, and then it doesn't cost me any postage. So John knows the deal. He's won many gift cards. In fact, I still owe him a gift card or 2 or 3 or 4, because normally what we do is we save them up until we got 25 bucks or something like that, and then I send him that. So, John, I will add another $5 to your tab, your Mr. Bass tab, and I will, the Mr. Bass Pro Shop, yes, for sure. Simon says, I spend a fortune on lures. You got that right, buddy. I absolutely do. All right. Let's do another prize. Why not? And then we'll do, I've got something I was going to show you guys tonight. Some of you are going to be bored to death with this, but some of you will like it. Let's do another question here. Okay, in the bento box, speaking of the bento box that we just talked about, in the bento box, they had a Pop Max in there. Really cool Pop Max. And it had a really cool pattern, a color pattern on the Pop Max. What kind of a color pattern did it have? I'm not asking if it's blue or red or anything like that. What kind of color? Dude, how did Illuminathan? Illuminathan has gotten back in. How about that, man? He strikes out. It looked like all hope was lost for him, and he smashed it. A snake skin pattern. That's right. It's actually called Burst Sand Snake. It's really cool. It's my favorite lure that came in the box as far as the color pattern goes. Let me show it to you. Focus. There it is. Check that out. It's a snake pattern. Burst Sand Snake. Really cool color. I really, really like this a lot. Illuminathan got it right. He gets to spin again. This is the only way on the Spin to Win show you are allowed to spin more than once. You have to be a loser and a winner. So you have to win, lose by striking out. And then if you can win again in the same night, you get to spin again. That's the only way you can actually spin twice in the same night. He's on fire. You're right, Steve. Illuminathan is on fire. All right, let's spin the wheel. While I'm doing that, he's getting 2 tickets in the deal tonight. Although I don't think I usually do 2 tickets. All right, what do you want? A hard bait, soft bait, or miscellaneous bucket? Illuminathan. He won. He pulled it. He pulled it through. Good job. I'm a snake, he says. All right, Illuminathan the snake. What do you want out of the bucket? He wants miscellaneous. Going for the neck gator. All right. Here we go. Bam. The Mike Buka Bull Gill in crappie color. How about that, man? See, sometimes it pays to strike out on the Mr. Bass Spin to Win show. Congratulations, man. Congratulations, Nathan. The baby bull gill. That is an awesome lure, by the way. Love that lure. Any idea if 6 Cents is having a sale soon? I do not know. Is anybody here sponsored by those guys or talk to them on a regular basis? I got no idea, man. Have you seen or talked about the new Guggen tungsten putty? No. No. Dad bod. I don't know much about it. All right. I was going to talk to you guys because I got a question about this as well on terminal tackle. This is why I said some of you guys are going to be bored to death. Some will not. I'm not going to talk specifics about terminal tackle, but one of the questions I get on a not a ton, but periodically is, how do you store your terminal tackle? And I don't know about you guys, man, but this is something I have worked on for years, and I still have not come up with what I'm super happy with when it comes to terminal tackle storage. But I'm going to show you a lot of the things I have tried, and I'm going to show you what I'm using for terminal tackle storage right now for a couple, and kind of explain to you my thinking. This is not the right way. This is not the best way. This is not the correct way. It's just what I like to use at the moment. And I'm going to show you. Yeah, you're right, Adam. I could go on for hours and hours on this stuff. So I'm going to try to zip through some of this stuff quick. And then I'm going to show you in a little more detail what I'm using and what I like right now. I feel like I have tried every frigging thing known to man when it comes to terminal tackle storage. I think Tackle Warehouse, I'm answering a question here, that Tackle Warehouse will probably do a Black Friday sale. Seems like they always do. They also usually do like a 25 days of Christmas deal. Usually it's really good, although last year I think was the worst holiday deals they've had in a long time. In my opinion, last year was not nearly as good as some of the past ones. All right, let me show you. First, I'm going to show you something that probably not a lot of you guys use. I tried these for a little while. You can buy these at Amazon. They're just little containers. And I put labels on them all. And like this is Nico or Neko hooks with weed guards. And I just got this full of Nico hooks with weed guards, right? Here's one that I got for my wacky hooks. I really like these little containers. But carrying around by the time I was done, I had like 40 of these containers. And trying to carry them all around, I actually had a way where I was carrying them in a container and it worked, but it was just too much. That being said, if I know I'm only going to go out and fish wacky style, wacky rig, I still take these sometimes with me. So they're not bad by any means. Now, you guys, I'm sure, have seen the solution that uses these kind of things, and I've got that here. I've used it. I've tried it. I don't use it a lot, though, and that is the Battle Box. The Battle Box takes this concept and sticks it all in one box. Just like this. See that? Pretty cool. Can put my 1/8 ounce shaky heads in there. My 3/16 ounce shaky heads. Let's see. Here's EWG Ned heads. These I like a lot. But here's the problem I have with this. When I go on, it also has this. It also, before I tell you my problem, it also has this where you can put packages of hooks in here if you want. That's how you deal with the hook solution, is you slide packs of hooks in here. My problem with this box, though, is I hate having something this large out on the boat. I can take this on the boat. Yeah, Sean, we're doing spin to win. But it's bulky, it's heavy. It's not a bad solution, but I just find I end up kind of using it more for storage here at the house, and I don't normally take the whole box with me. It's just too much, in my opinion. Okay. But if you like containers, jars, this is probably the best jar option out there, I believe. In my opinion, I think it's the best. Yeah, Illuminathan. I've tried the Plano Edge terminal box. I think I've tried them all, man. And I'm not a huge fan of that one either. And there's several reasons why. I don't know if I'll have time to get into that one or not. I actually forgot to bring that one out, but I have that one. I have the large box and the small box. I've tried them both. It's not my favorite. Yeah, Sean likes that too. Caro, though, old pill bottles, right? That's what this concept is, old pill bottles. You could make your own. You could make a homemade box. You might like it better even. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you something I really like for my tungsten. I've shown you guys this before. I absolutely love this solution for tungsten weights, bullet weights. It's by Groove Fishing. They call this like the tungsten vault or something like that. It is awesome. It works great. It is, I love, love, love this thing. There's only one downside to this. You got to carry this separate from all of your other terminal tackle. But to me, this is so awesome. I don't care. I just carry this separate. Luckily, it's not very big, so it doesn't take up a ton of room in the boat. It protects all of your tungsten. It holds really big ones all the way down to super tiny ones and everything in between. It's a fantastic option. And personally, I doubt I'm going to go with anything else, to tell you the truth. I just love this thing. I think it's great. I've actually tried, I see some of you guys talking about the Bass Mafia. I've got the Bass Mafia box as well. Same thing. It's super big, super bulky, super heavy. It's too much for me. Now, they do have those foam inserts that you can put your tungsten weights in, all that as well. If you want it all in one box, that might be your best option. What I don't like about that is those inserts slide. They're hard to slide open and close. They really don't. They usually don't open well at all. That's what I love about this. It's so easy. It's magnetic. It definitely does not come open. It's real easy to open. It's super quick to pull a weight out. And then you're good to go. And they go back in really easy. The problem with the foam, same thing. You put them in those foam inserts, and a lot of times they get pushed further down in there, and then they're a super pain trying to get them out. You do not have that problem with this thing at all. Okay. So we got that. And you guys are all putting up other ideas, which I like that. The dog rig case. It's funny you asked that, Gravy Freight Train, because you're going to have to come up with one. If you pre-rig your dog rigs, or even if you don't, you're going to have a place for all your little tubes and your split rings. And speaking of split rings, let me show you what I use for split rings. I love this little Plano deal. I use this for split rings. And I just put a label for the sizes. You don't really have to have the label because you can look at them and see, especially if you put them in order. But to me, I love this thing for my split rings. I don't know what they call this, but you can see Plano makes it. It has these little lids. Just pop out your little, they open and close real easy. They stay sealed really well. I've never dumped them out or lost them. And for me, this is the best solution for split rings. I don't take this on the boat, though. I keep this at home. And then when I need a few for the boat, I just take a few of the size out I need and I throw it in my tackle box. Let's see here. Okay, Nathan, I want to look at that because I don't think I've seen the Flambeau IQ box. And that's part of my problem is I need a solution for the kayak. On my bass boat, yeah, I can get away with a big battle box if I really want it. But I hate taking that really big box out on the kayak. All right, so let me show you a couple of other things I'm using or have used in the past. Okay, believe it or not, these little boxes are really good for terminal tackle. They're made by Plano. They're called the Fto Terminal Tackle Box. But you will notice I had to modify this to make it work. And what I mean by modify, I got a small one and a large one. The small one I used for a long time as my co-angler terminal tackle box, and it's still great. It's got 3 latches, works great. But there is one problem with these, and that's why I have, I'm going to take this. That's why I have this thing on top here. That's just a shelf liner that you would put in your kitchen cabinets or in your kitchen drawers. You can buy it in rolls. You just measure it out the right size here, and then you just get spray glue. There's glue that comes in a spray can. You spray it and you put this on. Why do you do this? Because even though this is made for terminal tackle, if you do not have this liner in your lid, all of your hooks and stuff are going to move around in this box. They will not stay in these containers. There's just enough of a gap above here where anything small is going to move from one slot to the next. Exactly what Adam said. The hooks migrate. So I like this solution's real easy to do. He mentioned the clothespin method, and I use the clothespin method as well. You may notice all my hooks here, they're on clothespins. If I can get it to focus here. This is actually really nice to keep your hooks organized in one spot. So that's what I do with the old clothespin method. It works and works quite well. Yeah, a paper clip would work too, Booster. In fact, a paper clip might work better. Kick your bass, how you doing, man? So these are old school solutions, but they actually, in some ways, work better than anything else I've tried. I'm not ready to give these up yet. Okay, but I have some other things I am using. I'm going to show you. I have found that I really like this foam slit case. I got some hooks laying here on the bottom just because I pulled them out and haven't stuck them back in. Let me take those out first here. This hook slit case I really have come to like a lot. Look how small it is. It's super light, super compact. Gamakatsu makes it. You can put any hook in here. You can put treble hooks. You can put shaky heads. You can see I got some shaky heads here. It holds any size hook. And it's super easy to see. You don't have to keep them in little packages. You don't ever have any of your hooks tangling on each other. You don't need a paper clip method. I do have a paper clip laying in here, but it's not attached to anything. And I have found that more and more and more I'm using this, especially on my kayak for hooks, more than I am any other solution out there. So for now, I think I'm going to stick with this. You can see the problem with this method, though, because I got a separate box for hooks. I got a separate box for bullet weights. That's kind of a pain to have more than one. In some ways, I really like just having only one box that you go to for all your terminal tackle. Good question, Texas Huntsman. I have not had any problems with moisture in this box, and I've used it quite a bit. But it's a good question to ask. I don't know. I guess it is possible at some point that could happen. So far, so good, though. Okay. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel again before I show you some of my other stuff here. Because the focus of tonight is giving stuff away. All right. I think I'll... Okay. In the Florida Tackle Club box. Yeah, Booster, keep some small, dry packs. I do that. Actually, what I've been doing is I've been taking the little plastic inserts out of the Plano edge boxes and putting them in stuff like that because they're removable. They're real easy. I've tried all the Plano edge boxes. I like the Plano edge for some stuff, but I don't use them nearly as much as I thought I would. Silica packs. Right on, Matthew. All right. So I was asking a question. I got sidetracked. In the Florida Tackle Club box that I did a video of this week, there was a drop shot bait in that box. What was that bait called? Again, not the name of the company. You can tell me the name of the company if you want, but what's the name of the drop shot lure, the drop shot soft plastic bait that came in my Florida Tackle Club box this month? This one I think is going to be hard to answer. Let's see how hard it is. Oh man, Fish in the Southeast, I think, got it. Yeah, Fish in the Southeast got it. It's the Ghost Tail Minnow. Caro, I did have something called the joystick in one of my boxes, though. I think you're right about that, but that's not what I was asking on that question. This is what I had. Live target Ghost Tail Minnow. The reason I think I mentioned to you guys, well, this is something I probably won't use because I don't throw drop shot much around this time down where I live. I might throw this up north. Another reason I wasn't super happy with this was this is really what I would call kind of a discontinued type lure. It's not that great in my opinion. But anyway, Fishing the Southeast got it right. Pretty good, pretty good. That one I thought might be harder than that. Yeah, I hear you, Texas Huntsman. All right. Whoa! Jackpot! Holy moly. Fish in the Southeast on fire. Did you win the jackpot last week too, Fish in the Southeast? I think he may have won the jackpot last week too. I know he won something. I'm pretty sure he won something last week. I don't remember if he won the jackpot or not. We had several jackpot winners. How about that? Dude. How about that? Yeah, I think we're going to throw in the live target minnows there for you, buddy. In addition to your... Yeah, we ought to give him a net gator. Should we give him like 3 lame prizes? That would be fun. No, I won't give him 3 lame prizes. I might give him at least 1 lame prize, though. All right, fish in the southeast. Pick your poison. I am going to give you, as a bonus, the live target ghost tail minnow, because I'm not going to use this. Give him a fanny pack. That's a good idea. All right. I see him say thank you. I see him. Did he say what he wants yet? He wants 1 miscellaneous and 2 hard baits. All right. Okay. Miscellaneous and 2 hard baits. Is that what he said? 2. Yeah, 2 hard baits. All right. All right. So here you go. You're getting 4 prizes because you're getting the live target ghost tail minnow. In the miscellaneous bucket, you're getting the Lunker Hunt dragonfly. This color is called Darner. And for hard baits, you are getting a Storm Deep Rattle and Flat Wart UV, and you are getting a custom made DHT Rambutan Shad from Combat Lures, handcrafted. This came out of the Dark Horse Tackle Box. That is a custom-made color. You scored, man. You scored. Fish in the southeast. Live target. Dragonfly. Storm. Keep rattling. Wart. And custom lipless crankbait. How about that? All right. Okay, now back to my terminal tackle. Running out of time here. All right, here's another great box that I use for specialty lures. Like, for example, I got this and I just put tube jigs in it. When I go up north, I take this box and I got all my tube heads already there. You can use this for all kinds of jig heads, though. This is groove fishing as well. It's called their jig box or something. I don't like this box for skirted jigs, but any kind of jig heads that don't have a skirt, this box is great for. So that's just something I would show you on as far as that goes. Now, I'll show you what I'm using right now more than anything else for my terminal tackle. Busby. I love this box for terminal tackle. This thing is great. You're right. It would be great, David, for Ned heads. You're talking about this. Ned heads, great box for that. But this box here is turning out to be a fantastic terminal tackle box. All right, why don't I like the Plano Edge terminal tackle box? Mostly because super skinny boxes, tiny little boxes to put your lures in. I do not like that. To me, the Plano Edge terminal tackle boxes are too skinny. They're too thin, and they're just. I'm not a big fan. This box is amazing. Here's one reason why it's amazing. You can turn it upside down. You can shake this any way you want, and it is sealed so well you never get anything crossing over. Nothing moves. The design of this is perfect for terminal tackle. Nothing moves. So that in and of itself is fantastic. The next thing that's fantastic, it's waterproof. It has rust-proof chemicals in it, and it floats. Even completely full of terminal tackle, it still floats. So on the kayak, which is a big deal, if the kayak flips over, my terminal tackle box is not going to sink to the bottom. Okay, those are all great reasons. Here's another great reason. You can interchange all of these. So you can have a pre-made box, a pre-made square. Like right here, I got drop shot weights. If I know I'm not drop shotting, I just pop it out, put it on my shelf, and then I got a space I can put something different in there that maybe I am going to use. I'm really, really, really liking this. There's just a ton of uses for this, and because the little whatever you call these things are interchangeable, it's just a super modular, easy way to deal with terminal tackle. And of course, you can do this in this size, the 3600 size, or you can do the 3700 size right here. So this is what I normally have been doing. I have a 3700, and I'm probably going to have a couple more loaded with all kinds of terminal tackle. And when I get ready to go on the water, I'm going to take this one and transfer what I need from the big box into the little box, and I'm using the little box on the water. But if I get in a situation where this is not enough room, then I can take this if I want. To me, as of October 30th, 2021, I think this is the best terminal tackle solution out there. I may change my mind tomorrow because that's the way I roll. I change a lot. How much did the boxes cost? I'll look them up. I don't know off the top of my head. They work great, in my opinion, though, and to tell you the truth, I wasn't sold on them before I bought them. It took me quite a while to decide to buy them. But I did finally do it. and I've really been liking it. And I've taken that box on the water quite a bit. I took it with me to my tournament up in, and that's the only box I use for the tournament at the Mississippi River up at La Crosse, Wisconsin, and it was great. Okay. The modular tackle box is $29.95. The big one is $39.95. So 30 to 40 bucks. That's what they cost. They're not cheap. They are not cheap, but if you watch the Mr. Bass channel, I have never let that stop me before, have I? No, I have not let that stop me. Definitely not the cheapest solution out there. So it may not be for everybody, but it's definitely what I think is great. Buy once, cry once. All right, so I hope that helps. I can't remember who it was that asked me this week about that. Somebody this week asked me, like, what's the best way to store your terminal tackle? That's all I got for you. There are a ton of solutions out there. You can ask me specifics about a solution. I've probably tried it. Probably. All right, we are running out of time. Let's do one more question. One more name that lure before we wrap up tonight. Man, this has flown by. Really flown by. Hey, Fishing with Gramps, I ordered a couple of reels that you recommended. One was the Daiwa. I can't remember what it was now off the top of my head, but I got it in the other day. All right, so here is the final question. Name that lure. If you can name the color with it, I will double your prize. Whatever your prize is, I will double it. Yeah, I think maybe the Zillion. Fishing with Gramps. What is this called? If you can name the color, I'll double the prize for you. A couple of guys who've already won says that's easy. All right, JP. JP is the first correct answer. Close enough. It's the Haze Dong Shad. Haze Dong Shad by Megabass. All right, I'm going to cover up the color. Haze Dong Shad. Let me do it like this. All right, JP, let me make sure nobody beat you. Yeah, I think you're good. I think you won. Now, if you can tell me the color, I will double your prize. I need to do a ticket for him. Do. JP Harrell. It's not the lime ice. It's the Glow Chartreuse Lime. JP. All right, there's your ticket. I'll put that in the tumbler. Let's spin for JP. You're right, Gramps. Say what everyone else is saying. That would have been a good strategy. All right, he's got a prize. He's got a prize. So, JP, do you want a hard bait, a soft plastic bait, or something out of the miscellaneous bucket? Pick your poison. Leave a like. Leave a like. Hopefully, please leave a like. Appreciate that. He wants miscellaneous. Okay. All right, I am going to give you, because you kind of got a piece of it right. I am going to give you two prizes. Here's the first one, the Dobbins 3/4 inch Beast spinnerbait. And I will throw in extra Lunker Candy Spin Master spinnerbait. So 2 spinnerbaits for JP Harrell. Congratulations and happy Halloween. Thanks for watching the show tonight, guys and gals. Appreciate all the great comments. Appreciate you contributing to the show. I had a great time. I hope you did too. Please join us Wednesday night. Steve Chapman at Get Your Fish On and myself. Here he is right here. Go over to his YouTube channel and subscribe. And join Steve and I Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to have a great guest on. And then I will see you again Saturday night for sure. I may be doing some other live streams during the week. I'm not doing one tomorrow, but I do have a fishing video I'm releasing tomorrow, probably around 4 or 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Please share the video. Tell people about the live stream. We need more people hopping on. Thanks again, everybody. Have a great night. I will see you later. Happy fishing. Bye-bye.